Hello, and welcome to Old Sins and Sinners, here on the Nerd Hurl Network. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Eric as Alexander, Sarah as Mace, Carr as Ezekiel, Patrick as Cyrus,
Rejoice!
and Nix as Lucille.
Howdy.
Alright, who remembers where we left off last week?
We had an electric reunion last night.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electro Frankenstein 2. Well, no, because then you couldn't call it Electro Boogaloo because you'd be using electric twice. No. Clearly, we should have workshopped the name ahead of time. Alright, so if I remember correctly, y'all headed out of town, north out of town, headed to a electrical substation. Because that was the largest source of electricity in the direction that you knew she had been heading. Cecil Owens was still in custody. Or whatever had been Cecil Owens. I believe Mace managed to hit Mary with a car. Well, truck.
I mean, it was kind of a mutual meeting.
To be fair,
She
it didn't seem
ran
to
out
do
in front of me.
her too much damage.
She seemed fine. We didn't have to exchange insurance.
And the Studebaker is an all-metal body, so, easily repaired. You chased her into the woods,
No.
but talked her down. There was no violence. Other than whatever had put a crossbow in her shoulder before y'all showed up.
Also, we met the Lord of Dogs.
That's right. When y'all got her back to the truck, a bunch of those spike-collared dogs that y'all have seen off and on through the campaign surrounded the truck.
These were yeah.
Go ahead. And then you met the little short king that apparently runs that pack. He was fairly nice, especially after he found out some of y'all had assisted one of his wounded dogs earlier. And he seemed quite taken with Miss Magnolia.
Horrible mistake.
Look, he likes tall women. Admittedly, at 5'2", that's most women.
That's he's got his pick of the tall women at that height.
Mace did not seem overly enthusiastic about his attentions, though.
Pointed ears.
So, body shaming, that's what you're telling me.
Look, she knows better than to mess with the Fae. Nothing good comes out of immortals.
Just because he has pointed ears doesn't mean he's necessarily Fae.
He literally admitted to being a trickster type.
No,
And
no, he did not.
He said he'd walked these hills for a long time. Mace wasn't there, but she'll hear about it.
Lines of Jack giving them a bad name. That was his words.
How many people know who Jack is?
Probably everybody in y'all's group, at least in passing.
So, Alexander doesn't know Jack, but he has heard of Jack.
Zeke doesn't know who the fuck Jack is.
Like, he doesn't know what Jack is. He doesn't know, like, what Jack is supposed to be, like, what Jack can do. He just knows Jack is old. His Meemaw warned him away from Jack, and Jack isn't doing his job. That's the extent of his knowledge of Jack.
Jack has no job. What are you talking about?
I recall Mace warning Lucille and Zeke about Jack at one point.
Yeah, so that would be
deals with him.
That would be the extent of y'all's knowledge of him. And when Jack came up, Connell did not seem pleased, though he did admit to knowing Jackie Boy.
By this point, though, Mace was already taken.
Yes.
Mary back. Mary was her name.
Yes, Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
So chewed the fat with him. Alexander made a deal with him.
Two of
Killed the
them,
pupper.
actually.
Uh,
Uh,
well, healing the pupper really wasn't him making a deal. He just offered to do that.
well, so healing the Thunderwolf was the segue into the first deal. So he could prove that he could, and then it sort of worked to the deal that if his dogs were injured while he's out here, they could come to Alexander for healing, and payment would be negotiated
Okay.
for those services.
If I
So-
recall, it was herbs and the like.
That was the second
Gotcha.
deal.
That was the deal he
Second
made for
deal.
hints on how to court Mace.
Incorrect. That was not the wording of the deal that was made.
It was, here's how to do it so you're not kicked out onto your ass.
Yes. So it leaves Mace free to reject him if she so
Kick him out on his
chooses.
ass.
Oh yeah. He was just asking for, hey,
Yep.
what sort of stuff should we, the best way to approach.
Yeah.
Make sure he wanted to make sure he didn't, stick his foot in his mouth or anything.
But Alexander made sure to leave it as unbinding as possible. Basically.
Hey,
Mhm.
the deal was just you had to exchange information. He has to provide herbs. That's all.
Yep.
Well, he has to keep an eye out for the herbs you needed. So, if he does not see any in his roaming around, well, that's fine. And I believe we wrapped up with Mace and Cyrus reuniting Mary and Cecil. Sparks flew at their reunion.
Literal sparks.
Yeah.
It's the
The electricity
Palpatine
was
couple.
flickering, and we were like, hey, could you cut the breaker maybe?
And I believe one of the officers run to do that. So yes, as soon as they saw each other, they walked forward. They put hands together. They kind of spark up, and the fluorescent lights were turned off, and you all could feel the sort of static field. Then the fluorescent lights starts kind of flickering on, not like at full brightness, but you can tell it's something agitating the gas in there. But police officer, one of the officers runs, throws the breaker. You hear mumbling from out, where the rest of the police department is, because all their lights go off. It's the 70s in a small town, so they probably don't have any computers in there or anything.
Yeah,
And,
no.
Might have electric typewriters.
I specifically told Don you may want to flip the breaker for this room.
Yeah. So he ran into that.
Hmm.
Which doesn't really affect what's happening in this room because the lights were already turned off. But
Yeah.
but you feel that static in the air for probably not a minute. It's probably less than a minute. Then they let go of each other's hands. Mary turns and looks at you, Mason Cyrus. And Cecil's, in his cell is kind of looking over her shoulder at you. And then they both speak together. Thank you. I'm whole now.
Happy
good
to
for
help.
you.
Thinking was so
How are
difficult.
you?
Like I was having to think through a haze. And both of them kind of put their hand to their head when they say that.
Are you one person or two then?
I am just me.
Singular. Got it.
Yes.
Hmm.
Kind of like a hive mind.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that concept.
What one knows, the other knows.
There is no other.
Best I could think to put it in my terminology. I'm sorry if it's not quite what it is.
I still have some memories that I think are Mary and Cecil's. But I don't think I'm Mary or Cecil.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
Dawn is just behind the two of you. They're like, what the hell?
I kind of
Kind
turned around and held on. I think we're dealing with one person that's two people now. The
Yeah.
reason why they were the reason why they were acting like they did is because imagine if think if have you seen a brain or at least like a picture of one?
Yeah.
The way I think this is working, think of them both as one half a brain and the other half. That's why they were acting like they were because the two halves weren't talking to each other. Like how your left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing.
So we've brought them together where they're connected now.
like a closed circuit.
Is that going to be better or worse?
Well, we can talk to them easier.
That's fair.
Can you? And after that, I turned back around. Since you're neither Mary or Cecil, do you mind if we just refer to you as time being?
Refer to as what? I didn't catch what you said. I think the
Owen,
sound blanked. Owen. That will be fine.
which is their. All right. Owen, can you give a better explanation about what happened?
Not really. My memory is still cloudy from when I first woke up. Uh, despite us being in the room, or despite all of me being in the room, I think I was still separated into pieces. We didn't, the pieces did not touch on leaving the room. Uh, I, I remembered how to go home, or where Mary and Cecil thought of as home.
That's where we found Cecil.
Yes. I had found a place there that I could feed. That half of me could not properly hold the spark, the electricity. He separated. I was losing my charge too quickly. This half of me, and Mary touches her chest, or the Mary body touches its chest, could hold a charge better. But I believe everything is in equilibrium now. Uh, please let me out of the cage.
Well, what are your plans after this, if we do? You do understand that you did actually, while wandering about, you did attack a couple people. So, I know you were kind of blind, but you have to understand.
I was sick. I think it's likely the best word for it. But I'm not sick now. You should have no concerns of me attacking anyone.
Well, if we do, what are you planning on doing?
Hmm.
Do you have one? Because
No, I don't know what to do with myself.
and
I suppose I could return home. No one else is using the house.
My only concern
will
would go
I
ahead.
will let you know that Mary and Cecil Owens, their passing is known, and we don't know how the town would react to them returning.
How human do they look right now?
They are. You
They're
said
not
they're
glowing at the
losing.
moment. That died
Yeah.
down.
But I know they had lost their hair and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
some of it was
but
growing back.
yeah, both of them have a little bit of
Look
stubble growing back.
youthful.
Looks like they had their head shaved like a week ago. It's kind of what it's looking like. They don't look young yet, but they don't look as wrinkly as they did. They look younger than when you saw the bodies.
It's kind of like how you said their face is stretching almost.
No, y'all were talking about stretching. I just said they weren't as wrinkly as
Okay.
they were.
Okay.
Do y'all still kind of understand how to live as humans?
Don't walk around without clothes on.
That's always a good idea. Yeah.
Humans eat, but I haven't had any desire for food.
Well, that can be hidden better than some other things. But I don't think you could restart your life here.
Perhaps I should go somewhere else. A larger city would have a larger power grid.
The other
It could.
question we'll have to run into is, how are you going to power grid lodgings and things we're going to have to work out. Is it all right if you stay here until means can be acquired or provided?
If we stay here, or
You're
I,
gonna get
they
weaker.
they keep using I because
There's just one person.
yeah. If I stay here,
You're going to lose charge.
there's nothing to feed on. Well, they could turn the lights on, I suppose. But I do
That's
not like it
easy
here.
enough. Understandable.
And home is outside of town. If we stay quiet, people would not even notice. Or if I stay quiet, people would not notice.
Quick, silly questions. Go ahead.
Since they just need electricity to feed, the power company's still going to be at issue, but other than that, they don't really need food or anything like that.
Then you're getting back to the point where people know that they're dead, and
Yeah.
people are going to go to that house and be like, "Oh, we get to reset this house up for sale."
It's a temporary at best.
at least I have clothes there I could put on instead of these
This is true.
kind of Because Mary is just in like the rags of whatever kind of quasi hospital gown the doctor had her in. And Cecil
was.
Yeah, I think
Cecil's been.
somebody got Cecil some sweatpants or something. He is dressed, but it's like
Yeah, I think he was dressed when he was fighting us. So.
Oh yeah, he may have been.
He came out swinging, but not like that.
Dun, 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 dun.
An oversight on my part. Why'd y'all let him get away? Nobody wants to tackle a naked man.
I can't remember. At what point did what's his face talk about the Thunder Puppies belonging to someone else, being sent to retrieve them? Were we still there?
They were owned by Perun.
Yeah, were we still there?
Everybody
Yes.
was there.
Yeah, I think everybody was
Okay.
there for that part.
Well, we could maybe see about. I mean, if we've got wolves made of thunder, maybe has bread made of thunder.
Yeah, well, Perun is, think basically like a Slavic equivalent of Thor.
Is this Cyrus
And
talking?
This is Patrick talking, sorry.
Because Mace is suggesting this, I think, in character.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, suggesting it to Cyrus, so Cyrus can respond in character.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't perfect, but staying here's dangerous.
So this parent guy that owns the Thunderwolves, he lives somewhere far off? This is Don talking.
I'd imagine so.
I approve of this plan.
Yeah. And if
I don't know if
there's
this is a plan.
we're both trying to keep you safe and trying to keep everybody else safe. So that's kind of where we're at. This is Cyrus telling them.
And Owen, as you're calling him,
Yeah.
kind of nods. If this person has those wolves, he might have other creatures like that.
If we go finding the person that did this to you, and we find something in their book that has a way to put you back how you were, would y'all want to, or
This is how I've been.
fair enough?
I do not believe I'm the Owens. I believe the Owens are dead.
Fair enough.
I believe I am something new. I would not want to be unmade.
No, I don't think anyone's
Understandable.
suggesting that.
I would like to speak to the man that did this.
Oh, you wanna?
That's, believe us, so do we.
I suppose he is my father?
I would not call him that. I don't.
Too formal? Perhaps dad.
Well, he may have had a hand in your creation. He's at best absentee.
And I would.
I did throw him into a wall.
To be fair, he probably deserved it.
Because apparently, this man that created you has killed before.
Oh?
Which
Oh,
is generally frowned on in human society.
yes, killing is bad. Yes, I remember.
Because
Except-
the doctor. Go on.
Except on the other side of the hill?
Being a little bit vague there.
Explain.
Other side of the hill?
Oh, other side of the mountain. I only have
What's
bits and pieces of Cecil and Mary's. Cecil set fire to buildings. Him and some other people. When he was younger. There were people in the buildings.
Yeah, Cecil might have been involved in some atrocities.
It was not okay back then either.
No, I don't like this memory.
If it's where we're thinking of, exactly what happened.
Man, I'm learning a lot about Cecil tonight. Is there somewhere you'd like to stay while we try and figure out if we can either contact the guy that owns the Thunder Puppies or see about finding you somewhere else that you can live, as it were?
Yes, Cecil and Mary's house.
At most, we could actually, because it's still technically, I turned to Don, is it still considered a crime scene?
We've done all our cleaning up. It's actually it'd actually be clear for the family to come in and do something. Far as I know, we've been in contact. Actually, it's been 3 days. We've been in contact with their children. I'm blanking now on how many adult children I said they had earlier. At least 2, I think. They'd all married and moved off though. And we were going to notify them when the bodies arrived in Boone for like a full official autopsy. We were going to notify them when they could come pick the bodies up. I think somebody called them that the bodies had disappeared or been taken.
The bodies disappearing would probably be better than them finding their parents up walking around and a bit more youthful.
Yep.
Well, the bodies of their parents.
But Don's like, it might be safe to stick them there for a day or two. I mean, unless one of y'all, unless somebody wants to keep them at their house.
I want to make a roll on something. I'm just seeing what I might be using. What would be something to kind of get their, like, Owens' intention? Like, get a feel of them. Like, are they coming off as malicious, like willfully or anything like that? Basically, Mace is trying to figure if they would be safe around Lula.
Why would you put these people next with your grandmother?
Well, let's see.
Mace is a protector. She protects people. These are still kind of people.
Yep.
I guess social
Sort of.
You've been talking for a while. I guess social interaction would work.
Would I still be hindered, or would I kind of be at level ground since she's been interacting with them and they're not really people anymore?
I think your hindered would still be in effect.
Fair enough. Difficulty?
400. No,
10.
Believe they are at 6. Yes.
I'm going to roll as well, but I have the skill See Through Deception.
Okay. Both of y'all can give me a roll.
That's not what I needed.
Cool.
What's the
6.
Yeah, difficulty 6. All right, so Mace, you don't know. Nothing is coming off as malevolent, but the whole, they're saying that they keep, both bodies are talking perfectly synchronized. That's weird and creepy. You just don't know what to make of it.
Or just roll a 20.
Just roll a 20s. Patrick, you're not sure Owen would even get the concept of lying. I mean, he's got some of Cecil Mary's memories, so probably he would remember what it was eventually. Or they would remember what it was
They,
eventually.
them.
Yeah.
Granted, Cyrus won't know that's what Mace was thinking, but
But yeah, you're pretty sure Owen is not being intentionally deceitful. You know, earlier when you're dealing with each individual, yeah, they really seem to be not quite completely there. They definitely seem to be, have it together. But when they reference some of these memories, looks of confusion on their faces.
It's almost like they're uncomfortable with what they're seeing too, because even when he said, "I did not like that memory,"
Yeah.
it's both. Imagine if you were both an adult and a child at the same time.
Sort of. They're not. It's not that they're mentally coming off as mentally handicapped or anything. Just fresh slate.
inexperienced.
Yeah, fresh slate, naive. Well, maybe not naive, but straightforward. Yeah. You can just stay here. No, we don't like it.
Guileless.
Uh,
All right.
Practice isn't the
Well-
same as trained, is it?
No.
Yeah, I forget what the different levels are called.
They're specialized, I believe what it's called. Yep, specialized.
So Don's like,
It-
I mean, do you think they're safe? I mean,
At most,
Oh.
one of us could probably, if we let the family know that we're still looking for the bodies, to be on the safe side, the house is still off limits because we're checking to see if anyone shows up.
we could
Oh,
tell. We
phone.
could. Don's like, we could
Go
tell
ahead.
them it's still a crime scene. That that we're extending that. I mean, not a permanent solution, but we might be able to eke an extra week or so out of that.
You got a phone I could use, Don?
It'll at least let
Oh,
us.
sure.
That would at least let them get all their, at least some of their belongings out. At least clothing wise.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean.
The kids would notice that and then would ask
If all
questions.
the clothing were gone, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a.
But
She's gonna walk off down the hallway to the phone while they're talking.
and this being old school phones, they still have
Yeah.
you have enough power running through the phone line for the phones to be operating. Yep, it is rotary phone.
Yeah, she's gonna call Lula.
All right, he rings several
Hey.
times, then Lula answers. Called her residence.
Hey, Gran.
Oh, how'd your search for the for Mary go?
Just as weird as every damn else thing this past couple weeks. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm coming pick you up, but I want to get your read on some folks that we need to kind of keep low for a little while.
All right, that sounds like you found Mary.
Yeah. Mary and Cecil kind of got their brains scrambled and then chucked in the bin. And now something else inhabits their body that's kind of one person and two bodies.
Are they giving you any trouble?
No, they're just talking. They're more lucid than they've been. I just don't want to bring anyone home without your blessing.
Why would you bring them here?
Because if we take them to their house, there's a possibility their kids will show up and find their parents' bodies walking around looking a mite youthful. Or that some other looky-loos from town will go up looking at the house. No one really comes out and bothers us.
They know better. All right, come get me.
Damn right.
It'll give me time to gather a few things.
Yep, she'll say she'll be there in a few minutes and shout out to Dawn. I'll be right back. About however long it takes to drive from her
Yeah,
house
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that.
yeah. She'll carry on until she gets back.
All right. So you go off to pick up Lula.
During that,
Oh, go ahead,
during
Patrick.
that time, I'll just talk with Owen. One, keep him occupied, and two, see if I can get any additional information of anything they know at all.
Okay. So what kind of
Also gives time for the rest of the party to get in town.
Yeah. By the time you get back, Lula, everybody will have met up at the. So just briefly, Patrick, what is Cyrus? Any specific information Cyrus trying to get out of him?
At most, one of the things I will ask them is, what about yourself, as best I can, do you know? Because you seem to be getting both Cecil and a bit of Mary. What do you think of yourself? And what do you know about yourself?
I have bits and pieces of both of their memories. Mostly, I guess I think it's the memories that are most important to them. I remember them getting married. I have Mary's memories of their children's birth. Cecil was excited, but just smoking in the waiting, in a room. I remember the unpleasantness on the other side of the mountain. Cecil really didn't like some people.
It's incident. If you know what he's talking about, that was.
And he was worried about something about a train.
Talk more about that train.
Well, just as a reminder to you, when Friedman was burned, there was talk of a rail line coming through, and the talk was going to have it on their side of the mountain, which is, it's assumed a big part of why what happened.
I see.
Because it would have cost the train company a lot more money to loop it over the mountain to come down on the Ryan side. Now, as it wound up, the train line didn't come through. Who knows if it ever actually was, or that was just a rumor.
This, funny enough, this incident actually happened more than once.
Oh yeah. This kind of thing happened historically, disturbingly often.
Yeah.
But so you're picking out other memories. Like I said, it's important stuff. It's like a lot of the day-to-day memories Owen doesn't have. But like, Owen speaks. Is speaking. Perfectly normal, relatively normal English. Owen has the local accent. They will occasionally, they'll occasionally reference kind of specific somethings. Like I remember what electricity was when the individual ones tended to talk about, had a more simplistic way of talking about it.
Yeah. be more like food or something like that.
Right,
Got
like they've had no desire to eat, but they remember what food is. If you ask, they can remember what Mary's favorite food was and what Cecil's favorite food was. Probably what foods they couldn't stand.
Sorry, I'm typing stuff down right now too.
So anyway, you're chewing the fat with them. Don seems perfectly content to let you. He's just sitting there smoking. So by the time Mace gets back with Lula, and when you pick her up, she's got a satchel she's bringing with her. It's not quite the old-fashioned doctor medical bag, but it's about that size.
Yep.
It's more like an oversized purse.
She picks it up, puts it in the truck for her.
She hobbles out there with her cane.
I'm guessing by this time everyone else is back as well.
Yeah, by the time you get back there, the rest of you have finished up with Connell. Keep calling him by the wrong name. So y'all meet in the parking lot. Walking. Don's got left the back door unlocked. Y'all walk in. Don's sitting there smoking. From the looks of the ashtray next to him, he's gone through a few cigarettes. And Patrick's just sitting there, or Cyrus is just sitting there, jaw flapping. The Mary body is leaned back against the bars. The Cecil body is like, arms through the bars, kind of propped on him. Clearly, Don is still not letting him out of the cage.
And as when the rest of the group gets here, I says, "Oh, hey everybody, this is Owen."
Both bodies raise their hands. Hello, I remember you. I apologize for any inconvenience. Oh, and throwing the dryer at you, ma'am.
That's odd.
They don't remember much about how they came to be. Apparently, when they got separated, Owen. It's almost like they couldn't think straight. Now that they're together, Owen here, more or less, doesn't remember much, but remembers some parts. Cecil and Mary.
And both bodies are kind of just, nodding, kind of casually nodding along. The only weird thing about it is they are perfectly synchronized. The bodies are perfectly synchronized while doing it.
They are now one person.
Well, I am me. And they're just gone.
That's kind of how I was having to explain it to them. I apologize. And I got to admit something. There was a time like this where this would concern me, and it doesn't now. That worries me more.
Don looks at you. Yeah, this should probably concern you. I mean, I'm probably concerned enough for both of us, but.
And please, I forgot Don's. This is Patrick talking. I forgot Don's wife's name. What was her name?
I'm pretty sure I wrote her name down.
Mr. Owens.
Yeah, but I don't know where I wrote it. Yeah, I'll have to go back and dig through the old videos to find it, I guess. Could have sworn I jotted it down somewhere.
Okay,
Oh, well,
so
she's Don's wife for the moment.
Please, and you probably don't need to go into the details, but please talk to your wife about this, because it's gonna. I can guarantee you, having somebody to talk to means everything.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I just don't want to put too much. Don't want to put this kind of stress on her if I can have it.
Hold
But-
on, let me give you.
Oh yeah. Well, I hate to tell you this, Don. If you're not putting stress on her, you're putting all of it on you. And
Yeah, you just sort of shrug. What were you gonna say, Mace?
She's like, Don, look at it this way. Out of all the things you've seen, this might be the most romantic. Two people that love each other still finding a way to be together even after they're dead.
Yeah, I'm sure this beats heaven. Well,
She's
though,
kind of.
what we found out about
And-
Cecil,
And
maybe
just
this is
for the
better than
fun of
what
it,
would happen.
and just for the
It's like-
funny, Zeke has a box of donuts.
Well,
He's
Don's
just
eye
trying to-
knows.
Shrugs and
he just holds one. He just holds the box out.
Mace just kind of steps back, finds a lean against a wall, keeps an eye on Lula. Always like within kind of a step or two of her.
Yeah, and she's
Okay,
just been standing back in the mess of you, just listening to what's going on,
so
never
let
taking
me-
her eyes off of Owen.
Let me see if I get all of this straight.
Hope you
And
can.
and forgive me, I will be talking in the pluralization for a little while when it comes to you, because that's how my brain perceives you at the moment. So they died. The doctor that's not a doctor did something,
Yes.
brought them back. They are now a singular being of a single mind that is operating two bodies. And they've been, you have been kind of running around in a half feral state, absorbing electricity before you found each other. Now you're operating a great deal more cohesively than I remember.
Yes, and I can hold a charge better.
Hold a that's going to be a whole other thing to think about.
we were discussing this while you were getting here.
Dealing with a being that's infinitely older than Jack, probably.
Well,
The little man with the crossbow.
Yeah,
Yep.
Speaking of which,
and
Who is
Magnolia,
who is
Granny, I'm gonna need to talk to you two when this is done.
She just kind of shrugs.
uh, speaking of that little man with the crossbow,
Mm-hmm.
we've got a potential long-term plan, but we may want to discuss it with you and him.
Hopefully you got his number.
Was Cecil there when that explanation went down?
you mean
Not Cecil, Cyrus.
Not about any deals you made.
I don't know about
Oh.
any deals.
He
Well,
would have.
I mean-
He would have been there
the-
when he mentioned Perrin or Perrin or however you say it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
where he was from. So
Team
your
Thor.
bargain with him, I have no knowledge of.
Okay. All right, I'm
But
I'm
where
trying to
he is
keep things
from,
straight.
that's I would know.
Right.
Zeke's just sitting over there eating donuts because he's like, I have no idea what's going on.
There's going to be a whole lot of that too. But the whole thing with the charge. So you have to eat electricity. That's your method of sustaining yourself.
Yes, that's what makes me feel hunger. I don't feel hunger for food.
Okay. That
Hello?
Hello.
Uh,
Did
can you let me out of the cage now? I've been trying to be very patient.
Don.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
no, it just went suddenly quiet for me. That's why I had to say hello.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
no problem.
No, we don't. We just all went quiet.
Gotcha.
Well, for one thing, that's not my call. Secondly, we need to figure out what's going on with you.
Don, you got the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Al,
Like, so
Don
where do
walks
you wanna
over.
go?
All right, Owen, I'm trusting you, you to be to be on good behavior. You haven't really caused us any trouble. This half of you since you've been in here. All right, we'll give this a try. And he unlocks the cell. It's
I was doing that. My grand's in this room. You do anything to hurt anybody in here and it gets towards her, I will take you down. I ain't even joking, Owen.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
As long as we're understanding each other.
And then they look at Lula kind of closely. I think Cecil was scared of you. And Lula,
was smart to
you
have
see
been.
Lula just kind of shrug.
What's your read on him, Gran?
I can't make heads or tails of him.
While I'm thinking about it, is weak spot triggering on them?
Give me a roll.
Okay. I need to figure out how to do this to be
I
specialized.
was about to say, yeah, I think it counts as specialized.
Yeah, so like if I do have to roll, it counts as me being specialized.
Which is basically like 2 bumps, right? He's like trained and then specialized.
Yeah, I would think
Yeah.
so.
So slapping 2 assets on the roll would mathematically, I think, would do the same thing.
Fair enough. What difficulty?
I think it was the creatures or them themselves were 6 is what we've been rolled against.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, specialize eases task by 2 steps.
Got it. Okay. Jeez. I am glad I put effort into it then.
Yep. You suspect one. Obviously, if you could keep him away from electricity, you could starve him. You don't know how long that would take, so whether that really counts as a weakness, because technically you could starve anything if you keep it away from its sustenance long enough.
Yeah.
And you might be able. You don't know what for sure how this connection is working, but it's very possible that if you got them far enough apart, it would probably have some effect.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to experiment to find out. You'd have to experiment to find out how far they'd have to be apart.
So I'm gonna link another thing in chat. It's the third ability I picked up.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that would have any effect, but since I succeeded on weak spot, he would more than likely know if it would.
You don't really see an ongoing effect on them.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure before I did anything. So the real question is, where would you go?
we were discussing that before you got here.
Yeah, you can't stay here. Too many people know you're dead.
The heads nod, synchronized. Yes, that has come up.
I hesitate to say it. Magnolia, you'd know best on this, more than any of us. Do you think maybe sending him towards paradise is a good idea? Let it be Jack's problem?
No.
Lola's head snaps around when you say that too.
I don't know if we want.
Do you know? Have you met Jack before? Like.
Are you saying that to Cyrus
this
or
is
to
Alexander? This is Alexander asking Cyrus. Like, wait, have you met Jack?
No. We had discussed them going to the individual who owns the wolves. Because if he's an area of storms,
we have no way of getting in contact with him, or even if we should.
And I'd rather not have them feed off pups.
Lula's like, who owns the Thunder Wolves?
Perun.
Someone named after a fruit.
It's not a name I recognize. From what the man we met described him as,
apparently
potentially some form of deity.
Some kind of storm lord, so lightning and such.
Ah, okay. Something from the old world, or something from the old countries.
Yep.
Get him out of our hair. Do we know anything about this creature?
I have a feeling.
Which is why...
All right.
Go ahead.
Continue.
No, Sarah, go.
I have a feeling sending them to either one of those individuals, well, any one of the three, Perun or Jackie or Dog Boy, would put us in debt to somebody. And I don't want to be in debt to any of those three for, no offense, Owens, not for someone I barely know.
If they were taking me in, though, would it be I that owed the debt?
I'm sure they'd find a way to spin it around for their own favor. Folks kind of tend to do that.
Well, I seem to recall that people have to work for a living.
We can see if we can set up a meeting, but probably can't guarantee anything.
It is, however, it's a shot in the dark, but let's be honest, that's half of the stuff we do.
Looks over at Lula.
Too late to
Go ahead.
mention that the dog owner is quite fond of you, Mace, and is seeking to talk with you further.
Lula goes, oh? You just can't leave these older men alone, can you, Mace?
I don't quite
Imagine,
see what
like,
it has to
all
do
of this
with anything.
Just imagine all this is happening, and Zeke and the police officer are off to one side eating donuts.
Yep, Don's taking in everything, but he's not saying anything.
You said you were a meeting. That seems the quickest way.
Well, wouldn't be the first time Calder's been used for other means.
You were the one complaining about always being called upon just to punch something.
She just kind of smiles and says, there's like 14 different things that go over her face before she just masks it off. If that's what it takes.
And Lucille, honey, this is Lula speaking up. Lucille, honey, Mace has been on dates before that still involved punching.
I wouldn't be opposed if she punched this man. I'm not fond of him either.
Oh, what do you do to get your dander up?
Exist.
Mm. That was not the.
Sounds like he's an animal person. You're an animal person. I mean, not like Zeke is an animal person.
Let's just say I have a bad feeling about him and leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Oh, the first time Calder's been called on to do stuff, so if that's what we got to do, I guess that's what we got to do. Anyone else got any other ideas? Or am I going to go on a date with this guy so we can get these folks out of here?
Well, if you're
Mm.
called, I'll be following.
You're not going on a date with, no.
I'm
So
aware.
we're going to be miserable enough.
Um, well, this is where we're at then. Maggie,
Mace
Lula,
has
I need
resumed.
to talk to you two. And he walks over to him and's like,
It
let's.
can wait until we figure this out. Where are we storing these folks until we figure out where they're going permanently? That's why I brought you, Lula.
Well,
But she's like, well, you said something about, you implied that you wanted to bring him to the house.
They seem mostly harmless. Kind of like just
and
toddlers that have the ability to be electric.
Yeah, we could put him in your mother's old room. We're not really using that for anything.
It's your house, it's your call.
We are a little outside of town. And if Mary's Owens' children, or Mary and Cecil's children roll into town, there's certainly no reason they'd come to our house.
Yep.
I guess we could lay him down in the back of the truck. Getting out of here. Wonder how much younger
Yep.
they're going to get. She's like up there looking close at Mary. Well, the Mary body.
Like I said, it's your call. It seems the safest place to put them where they won't get any more attention drawn on them.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they'll have. We'd have any trouble with the wards. I mean, I think I'd feel them walk through like I'd feel a person walking through. That's what. She's like, that's what's bothering me about it. They should feel weirder than they do. Like for this, some power had to have been used to do this, but they're just sort of. They're just what they are. Definitely different from anything else around here, but.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
spoke with them at length. Their Owen is Owen.
Yeah, let's get him
And I
back
do
on.
apologize.
Oh, go ahead, Patrick.
And I do apologize. Me calling you they. It's because there's two of you. That's just the best way to describe you for now.
Owen shrugs the shoulders.
I know.
All four of them.
We can figure out semantics at a later time. I think we should probably get on out of here.
Yeah. We probably need to at least run by their house to see if we can get them some of their clothes.
Don nod. Yeah, we won't have any problem. Or I don't have any problem with y'all doing that. You know, don't take everything where it'd be noticeable, but just grab them a couple of changes of clothes.
We'll
In fact,
figure out a way in.
but say, in fact, he's like, in fact, and you know, if y'all just want to go get them settled in, I could run up in there and do that.
That might be the easier way.
Thank you, Don.
Zeke, you're still sitting there eating donuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Don was sitting next to him. He's gotten up and he's, you know, with all this talking.
Yep.
And you're sitting next to the door out into the rest of the police station. And you hear a woman out there that sounds upset. Like, you know, like she's not screaming at the top of her lungs. She's a little bit louder. You're hearing it through the door. Everybody else is, you know, is talking, so none of them seem to be noticing.
Can I hear what she's saying?
You can hear some of it. Give me a perception if you've got it.
Something.
it's
How
To
does
see
she
to
live
see how
inside
much
his body?
to see what all you
What
pick up.
is difficulty?
Oh, difficulty 3. It is through a door. Other people are talking in the room you're in. So.
Success.
She is telling Sheriff Payne, and you pick out his voice. He's talking quieter,
Mm-hmm.
but you can kind of tell it's him.
Mm-hmm.
That her son is missing. One moment, because I did not open that file. One moment while I find this fellow's name.
Well, while you're doing that, Zeke's just gonna, like, while they're in idle, Zeke's gonna walk over to Mace real quick and be like, "Remember, we need to look at the gallows house." And then he's gonna go back to listening real quick.
Yeah, that's. We're doing everyone else's job, and
All right, now I know I wrote down the nerd kid's name. Where is it?
Philip.
Have I heard this voice before, Jason? While you were looking?
This woman? No, you don't think so. Well, I'm sorry.
You haven't told us the kid's name, so we can give him a new one.
Bob. No, I don't know.
Yeah, you may be right. I may not. He may not have. He's popped up once, very briefly.
It's not the one that
Robertson.
was. Not the one that was broken down, right?
No.
Okay.
No. His one appearance was when Cyrus was going to work one day. He was trying to talk the manager of the theater to get the Doc Savage movie. But I may not name drop him. Okay, but that's taking way too long. So his name will now be Kingston.
Yep.
Sounds like a name a nerd might have.
Kingston is also Zeke's coworker's name.
Maybe he had a cousin.
Just
thought it was funny.
throwing that
All
out
right.
there. I don't Doesn't matter, but
Probably I grabbed off the same list, and usually I put a little mark next to them when I've used them, but apparently I didn't that time.
Thomas.
Phil,
Perry.
platypus.
I appreciate you saw where I was going there.
Just need
Kid
to,
just wears a little fedora.
I was about to say we just need a fedora.
All right, it'll be Elijah.
Hey, that
He'll be Elijah Pack then.
Elijah. Okay.
Uh,
Zeke will continue to listen.
So she's saying her son Elijah's missing. She's getting upset. You hear the sheriff. As the sheriff's trying to calm her down, you hear him refer to her as Miss Pack. And she's talking about how weird it's been the last few days. Everybody in her neighborhood is having nightmares. That new family that moved in, like, just all of a sudden they're off visiting family somewhere. When they were in the middle of like building the house, or not building, but remodeling. Elijah was talking about their daughter having terrible nightmares.
Mace.
Can Mace hear any of this? If Zeke draws her attention to it.
Well, Zeke was about to say, "It's like I think we need to look sooner than later."
I've been saying that, but we get.
If he makes some if he makes some gesture to the door and Mace steps over there, yeah, I'll say you could have heard this.
Yeah, he'll point out the door.
She'll have stepped over there and it's just like rubbing her bridge of her nose.
Meanwhile, Lula is hurting hurting Owens towards the door. She glances back at you, Mace. Are you two coming? Or are you gonna sit there and eat donuts?
God, I wish I could sit here and eat donuts. I'll tell you in the car.
All right, so y'all load up. Owens.
Probably load Owen in the back.
Yeah, Owens is willing to lay down. Owen seems to completely get the whole you don't want people to see us. Because it freaks people out. Owen is perfectly fine with being kept secret, kept safe.
Gonna put him to work on Grant's garden. Make them earn their keep.
Make them stand outside at night, electrifying themselves to kill mosquitoes.
Just right on the back porch.
Yep.
I can see it.
All right, so Don runs off to get him some clothes. The rest of y'all, I assume, are all riding over to Lula's. Once y'all are in the Studebaker, Mace, Lula wants to know what was it you were going to tell me?
Gives the whole download. Sounds like the Gallows house is acting up, judging by what we're hearing out in the hallway.
She has you go through what you heard.
Yeah, she'll go through that. She'll debrief on the whole adventure.
As soon as all of y'all get to Lula's house, Lula gets out of Studebaker. She walks over to whatever vehicle Zeke was in, or walks over to Zeke as he's getting out. All right, Mace told me what she heard through the door. What did you hear?
Zeke will relay what he heard.
All right.
Pretty much, nightmares.
Child missing. That neighborhood.
Child missing. Obviously, the family that moved in next door went to go visit family, so they followed what Mace told them to do. But
Tarnation. We went and got distracted by the Owens situation.
And we're the only idiots that carry around umbrellas, apparently.
All right, well, let's get these two inside, or this one inside.
This folks.
Mm-hmm.
Owen, let's get Owen inside. So Owen walks in, looking around. You notice Mace. Oh, well, actually, any of you that go in with him, you'll notice where the heads are perfectly synchronized when they talk. And a lot of times, it's like unconscious movements, like just not in agreement, something perfectly synchronized. Looking around the house, they literally look opposite ways.
Pair of chameleon eyes.
Almost. But when Lula looking, this way, this would be your room over here, then both heads look and kind of focus on wherever at Lula and where she's gesturing. She goes, now, I've got the bed, and the furniture in here covered, because of dust, so, You remember how to fold sheets? Heads nod, signals. So you hear them start puttering around in the room, getting it ready to be lived in again. And Mace, Lula has never done anything with that room since your mother left.
Yeah.
Now,
Mace is...
she hasn't left it like it's a museum. She's packed stuff up. She just has not started using the room for anything.
Yeah. Hasn't been a shrine, but it hasn't had a purpose.
Right. It's like the furniture's still in there, but she's had it covered with, sheets or tarps or whatever to keep the dust off.
Grant, it's been a week, and I think it's only, Tuesday, Wednesday?
I think it's probably Wednesday or Thursday by now. Yeah. We'll say Wednesday.
Thursday.
Is it Thursday?
I have no idea.
Zeke lives on Golden Retriever time.
Exactly.
What time is it? It's now. It's always just now.
All right, we got them sorted. For now, at least. What do we want to do?
Is that addressed to Lula, or are you addressing that to the rest of the group?
Just in general.
Oh.
I mean, Gallows House is...
That's the...
eating people. Not actually eating people, but...
I need to make a trip to Boone sometime soon, but I think the Gallows House is more important now.
I need to patch up the prison. So, but yes, the Gallows House is the most immediate concern, I believe.
All right. I know the Gallows House was bad. Just, this is
You still with us, Patrick? It sounded like you cut off mid-sentence.
Yes.
Last thing I heard you say was something about the Gallows, knowing the Gallows House was bad, and then everything went quiet.
But then I asked, how bad?
Lula has walked back to the room at this point. Gallows was trafficking with things a person ought not traffic with. He had some gifts, but they weren't exactly they weren't the sort of things me and Alexander could do. They were something darker, but not exactly. He could do nasty things, but it wasn't tied to the nastier things that live under these hills.
We're talking like
Kinda.
voodoo kind of things, or
Maybe kind of on level with what the man masquerading at the doctor can do.
Well, we don't know exactly what he can do, but maybe something like that.
Oh, that's
Death.
bad.
He could draw power from death.
Ain't great in and of its own right.
No. But he was also using that, much like me or Mace, excuse me. He goes, me or Alexander might be a target for what's under the hills. They'd be interested in him in much the same fashion. If they're interested in anybody of any sort of power. And I think in his case, he was interested back. The Gallows family had been in these parts for quite some time without causing any major mischief. Until him. I may have mentioned it before, but he was occasionally he'd be spotted doing odd things. A child in the neighborhood swore up and down that he'd seen the man burying live blackbirds in their nest. Animals in the area started coming up missing. Long story short, it eventually escalated to the point that a couple of people turned up missing.
Which is where we're at now.
Yes. And at that point, Gallows got dealt with.
And a question,
Mm-hmm.
Case. Since he was burying animals and other things, is it related to the dirt creatures we've been fighting? Or is that something else?
I never knew for sure exactly what he was getting into contact with. But that's a real possibility. You know, could have been something else under the mountains. But whatever's puppeting those things is powerful and close by. So if he just reached out to make contact with something, that would probably have been the first thing he found. But after he was dealt with, let's just say his mortal coil was dealt with. But I suspect he is still in that house. How he's able to reach outside of it as he does, I don't know. Me and Alexander's granny fenced him in. So that whether it's him, some piece of him, or something he'd made a deal with, whatever it is in that house, can't reach outside the property, or couldn't reach outside the property. And as well as a ward to try to keep people away.
I know Mace had told Gran about the people building that flower garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, she knows the wards she's put up have, if not fallen completely, they've been damaged.
Right.
And I'm guessing just re-erecting the wards ain't gonna do much if he's already got fingers out.
We probably could, but if there's a child missing, they're probably in that house.
Fantastic.
Well, I've been reawakening some of the old winter talents. I got Meemaw's eyes now.
Oh, that might very well be useful for you. Don't
Please
don't
tell
think
me
it'll.
you mean in a explicative sense, please.
No, Zeke, he's got him in a
everything
Well-
glass jar.
With everything that's
Alexander, he
as of
looks
late.
over at Zeke. His face has gone blank, like stone cold level of just, I'm very annoyed.
So as Mace is saying, oh no, he got him in a glass jar. Lula's basically going, well he ain't got him in his pocket.
After what we've dealt with, I had to make.
And you think I'd deface my Meemaw's grave?
No, but I'm gonna just shut up.
You do have to understand we just spent an entire afternoon talking to two people that is now one person that was dead and now isn't. So
Mace.
anything.
What I gotta
off of-
understand is y'all just accuse me of defiling my Meemaw's grave.
I'm not
No one
accusing you of anything.
Hey, can we have this pissing contest after we figure out what we're doing with the gallows house, please?
I was backing Zeke on this because I think every avenue needs to ask. But yes, let's. If the gallows needs to be dealt with, it desperately needs to be dealt with.
Of all the people to have eyeballs in a jar, it wasn't going to be Alexander. Good lord.
Lula's like, well, it is always the ones you don't expect. I'm sorry, Nix, what was that?
And she does.
Nix, you said something.
We didn't hear you.
Oh, I was just agreeing with Mace on it would be weird for Alexander to be the one to have eyeballs in a jar.
Uh, hmm.
So I guess we're going and making sure this kid ain't in the house, and then we're figuring out a way to shore it up. Or getting the kid out of the house and shoring it up.
Yeah. Lula's like, let me gather some things. And she takes that oversized purse that she had carried to the jail in case she needed it. She takes it over and just starts pulling stuff out and setting it on the kitchen table. Won't need that, won't need that, won't need that. Then a few things go back in, and then she heads out to her shack out back to gather some stuff.
Anyone else needs anything from the residents, might be a good time to go and get it.
Let's see if I can make a quick cipher.
Is anybody gonna
yeah.
stay behind and take care of? Well, actually, I ask. Hey, Owen.
You hear the whole synchronized, yes?
You gonna be okay, or does someone need to stay here with you?
No, I'll be fine. I'm not hungry at the moment. I'm holding a charge much better now that I'm complete.
I'm not sure how good the wiring is, but please don't draw from it directly. I think there's a pole at the edge of the property you could take a sip from if you need to.
I will be careful. I will.
Appreciate it.
Let's see.
About to ask is
Zeke's gonna step outside and just go and sit in one of the trucks.
Okay, so Lula. A few minutes later, Lula comes back in. All right, I think I've got everything I need to patch that ward. I'll be working on that. I guess. Oh, I don't like the idea of sending anybody inside that place, but all of y'all together should be able to hopefully look after each other.
so no splitting up. Gotcha.
Yeah, try not to. Yes.
All right, right then. Yeehaw to the gallows then, I guess.
Yeehaw to the gallows.
Lula
Just
tells
scroll through all the ciphers to see if he could make something real fast.
as she's leaving, she tells Owens, you know, stay in the house. You can watch TV. You know,
Don't answer the door.
don't answer the door. I know you said you don't eat, but if you're thirsty, there's tea in the refrigerator. All right, then y'all load up in the vehicles. As you're pulling out, Lula's like, "Oh, I should probably have told him to answer the door if Don." Oh well, they know Don. Maybe they'll let him.
Or Don will leave the stuff on the porch.
One or the other.
If they're in the Studebaker, does she know if Don's vehicle has a CB?
Yeah, the police cars. Most of the police cars do.
She'll get on the CB. Hey Don, I gotta make a run somewhere real quick. That repair equipment that you were gonna drop by, just leave on the front porch, would you please? I'll make sure to get when I get back.
And Don responds, "Oh yeah, I'm just about to pick that up now. Be sure I can just leave it on the porch."
I appreciate it. I'll get in contact with you once we got stuff sorted out with that repair. They didn't tell him anything about fixing gallows, but a repair job sounds vague enough.
And CBs are a very public sort of way to speak over
Yep.
long distance. All right, so y'all head over to the gallows down that southern tip of town. And the house is sitting there, looking vaguely creepy like it always does, but nothing special.
Can Alexander have run by his house first, real quick?
Oh sure.
I'd like to. I want to make a roll to create another cipher.
In like 5 or 10 minutes. How long are you taking for this?
Well, so the specific ward in question is very simple to make, at least in terms of like how it's formed. He's gonna make a witch ward,
Okay.
which is a chip of wood from an old door or porch railing that was painted haint blue.
Hell, you could have got that off Grand's porch.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if she would allow it, he'd ask too. So.
She don't look happy at the idea of you damaging her porch railing anymore. But she recognizes it's an emergency and you need to do this quick. She's like, just chip off a piece from somewhere not too noticeable.
Okay. He'll do it from like the underside of one of the railings where people typically aren't going, ooh, let's see what's down here.
I'll repaint it this weekend.
I think, forget what we said the roll was for it.
Let's see. There's craft magic, but then there's also
Yeah.
like crafting for actually just making things.
This is specifically magic. I forget what we said the difficulty was for crafting it.
What was it? It was a base something plus level.
Plus the cipher level.
Yeah.
Might have been 1 plus cipher level.
That sounds
think
right.
Car
See if I
found
can
it.
find it. Yeah, let me see if I can find it again.
I want to say it was 1 plus the cipher level.
It is. but I'm double checking just to make sure.
So what cipher level are you attempting to make?
Well, the level you roll for, it's a 1d6.
Character decide what level of cipher they're trying to create, which must be in level range of for the cipher as noted.
Yeah.
The difficulty of crafting a cipher task is always equal to 1 plus the cipher level. Crafter can reduce the assessed difficulty of a crafting task with skills, training, etc.
Okay.
All right, so it's 5 then if you're wanting a rank
Yeah.
4.
Put some effort into this. Yeah, I want this to work, and then asset for wood crafting. It's a special. Alrighty.
All right, so
Would it go up a level with a special? I don't know.
no, in this instance, though, I'll say you managed to whip it together extremely quickly, though.
Okay, fair enough. A very quick witch ward.
You know, probably not your prettiest work, but you know.
I mean, it's literally just a chip of wood, so. But it's powerful.
Yep. It's been painted Hank blue for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Description. Alrighty.
All right, so you line of vehicles parked in front of the old gallows place.
Mm-hmm.
Gran, do you want any help with the ward? I know Lucille had mentioned wanting to try it when we first found out it was broke. They're your ward, so I don't want anyone messing with them. No disrespect, but
She's like, if I only have to patch it, I'm sure I can do it on my own. I don't know. Is she gonna let that boy of hers go in there, you know, without going in herself?
she shrugs. Hell, I ain't observant enough to know they were a couple, so.
Oh, nah.
I got more things to worry about than who's dating who.
She shakes her head. It's a wonder you don't walk into closed doors.
Do you think that it'll be after us if we're in there, or it might come out and come after you since you're trying to patch the ward back up?
Oh, I figure it'll be either or. Most likely both. I've got my protections. You worry about keeping my granddaughter and all your friends safe and finding that missing boy.
Well, he pulls out the little chip of Haint Blue. Do you want this to keep yourself safe?
Like I told you, and she pulls out, you know. She doesn't pull all the way where you can see whatever it is, but she kind of, you know, she's got a couple of things on leather cords around her neck. I've got my own protections.
Good.
And likely whatever is happening in that house is going to be rougher than what happens outside. If and I had to guess.
Yes, ma'am. I will do what I can.
And she steps up to the edge of the property and starts doing something and then kind of walking along the... You've seen her do something similar, Mace, when y'all came out to reinforce the wards a while back. It's a little different, and you're a little better trained now. So the impression you get at this point is that she's examining the wards.
Mace is gonna give her a quick hug before going in and try and do something real quick. What would a difficulty be to sneak something onto Lula?
Ooh, let's
Are you going to be giving
see.
her the charm?
You know that.
Alexander doesn't know that. I know you.
Let's see. Is there a?
I'm trained in sneaking, so
That would probably be. I can't remember if there's. Well, there's also stealth tasks. Yeah, we'll go sneaking though. We'll let you use sneaking.
okay. What difficulty?
Oh, what difficulty would Lula be?
10.
Oh, no, probably not.
She's Lula is that 9.
She's the 9 you have to fight at the
No.
end of the campaign.
The final boss is
like-
Lula.
Not like this.
Uh,
Bearing in mind it's her granddaughter and she's distracted.
I'll give you an asset for that.
Okay.
We'll say 5. So, yeah. That's a good reasonable level for a competent granny to be, I think.
She slaps that like on the collar back of Lula's jacket or shirt.
Well, that activates it.
Yep.
The second it's pinned onto something, it's activated.
So you can walk up and give her a little hug, that thing on her collar. And she kind of pauses and then, she accepts the hug for just a minute, then she kind of shrugs it off. Now, I know this is dangerous. There ain't no need to get too mushy. We're all going to be fine.
It's been a long day and everyone's pissed off, and I'm trying my best to not piss off anyone else. Except for maybe this ghost. I'm gonna go piss off this ghost. Be careful.
You two, keep an eye on Alexander.
Help. Scampers back off. Alright, let's not go die.
Just as you say that, there's a slight creaking as the front door opens. Maybe it's opening in response to what you said. Maybe it was already ajar and the wind just caught it. But it makes a nice loud creak.
Well, that's not ominous.
Alexander does come up to Maggie and is like, "You want the chip?"
No, give it to Zeke. Zeke, I didn't mean to yell at you.
Doesn't say anything.
Don't make me give you a hug and a kiss in front of your girlfriend now, and just walked inside.
Zeke will follow him.
I'm just picturing
It's
just picturing Zeke standing with his lower lip poked up. I didn't mean to yell. No, my feelings have been hurt.
He's just quiet. He'll follow after everybody.
He does step back to Zeke and hand him the paint chip, though. You're gonna want to break that in half and then put it in each of your pockets, either side of you.
So is this that winter charm?
No.
No. This is the. Well, I guess this would be the Winter Witch Ward. WWW. Sorry.
Is
It's in the book. I'll link it in chat for you.
It is.
yeah, if you don't mind.
Well, so I did put it on my sheet, but I can. There we go. I put wood instead of ward, but
Basically, when you activate, you have 4 armor versus supernatural stuff.
Okay.
For 1
Yeah.
hour.
She's
Yeah.
staying with Zeke.
and Zeke, look, I get why you asked. I do. this week we've had, as stressful as it's been, that was probably the worst question to have asked me. And I'm sorry for snapping at you. I am. He like literally like hand on cheeks, like makes him look at him.
Gives him a little smooch.
Unfortunately, Alexander doing that ends up with his hands being slapped away by Lucille.
Does it again.
Alex, don't touch him.
He'll be fine.
Mm.
I'm sorry for snapping at you. All right.
It's fine.
Hey, Ghost, it's me, your boy.
It's
Maggie.
your boy,
Zeke-
Mace.
Zeke,
he suddenly flips around, sprints after.
as they're walking in, Zeke will pull out a scarf and wrap it around his neck.
What is the scarf?
Old
Armor of Old
Scratch.
Scratch.
I gave that to you ages ago.
Uh-huh. And he's using it.
All right.
jeez.
And what does this one do?
Zeke is now the tank.
wrap the scarf around your neck, waist, or other body part while saying "Old Scratch, protect me," which he does under his breath. The scarf protects you by absorbing a number of points of damage equal to the cipher level 5. Once the scarf has absorbed that damage, it unravels.
Then Zeke just makes
This
eye
is a
contact
good
with Mace.
Cypress day.
Look at me. I am the tank now.
I mean, granted, it's not like a 5 armor, but
No, it's 5 damage total, which
5
Temp
has to
HP.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 temp HP, and and I still have 2 armor, so.
So you'll have 6 armor against spirits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So y'all all walk into the living room. Oh, not living room. Into kind of this foyer area or
Foyer.
kind of main front room.
Yeah.
Mace tests the light switch, just because.
Just because she can.
The lights come on. They're not super bright.
A
Literally
little less
going,
creepy.
You know, like
hey, spirit, it's your boy.
it's like maybe he was using 30-watt bulbs or something. Like you can easily see, but it's not super bright. And you can see, but it's not otherwise. The light's not real comforting.
You laugh, Sarah, but you know Mace would do that.
Mace would throw the light switch rave.
And there's a rug, and at the back of the room, there's stairs. There's stairs on one side going up.
I
Over
know
to
we just picked out a name for that kid. What was that kid's name again?
it was something biblical.
Elijah.
Elijah Pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elijah is the person we're going to get.
Yes. There's a table. There's some furnishings. Everything's super dusty. Like this place has been empty or been unused for a long time. But it doesn't look like anybody ever emptied the furniture out of the place or anything like that. Like it's just been sitting here. The only thing out of place is over to one side. You have one of those old metal gas cans.
Yeah.
Tipped over on its side. And there's what looks like a new book of matches.
Does
Yeah,
it smell like gasoline?
There's a slight hint of gasoline in the air. Not like
Is there again?
there's not. The smell isn't strong enough. Like tilted over like that, it should have spilled all over the place. You don't see a puddle of gasoline. There's not enough of a smell.
Is there anything in the gas can?
Just a very like it's like somebody had emptied it and there's still droplets inside. And like you put your nose right up to it, then there's the strong smell of gas. But
So, maybe Elijah came to burn the place down, and something got him.
It's possible.
you have to admire the boy's spunk. Oh, evil house, cleansing power of flame. Too bad it didn't work out for him.
You said it was a new thing of matches. Like it's clearly like a brand new one. It's not like a.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, there's a couple matches.
Actual
There's a couple matches missing out of it. I don't mean brand new like it got bought at the store yesterday, but it has not been sitting in this house as long as all this stuff around here has been. All right, so y'all are all standing here. There's rooms off to either side. Like I said, there's stairs going up to the second floor.
We do not separate.
You can search the house a whole lot faster if you did. Just throwing that out there.
We are also not stupid.
You just knowingly walked into a haunted house. Are you sure?
Art thou sure?
You magic people here.
Yep.
Ugh. Only wishing that she had she had a mentor in magic right around now.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, if they're not moving, May's going, Elijah, are you here? This would make it a hell of a lot easier to find you if you just call out so we can drag you out here.
Zeke was gonna look around, still within eyeshot of everybody.
Okay.
I am also going to try to track, or at least, because considering this place is old, there's a trail should be a little easier to find in it.
Any obvious footprints in the dust?
Yeah.
Okay. The dust isn't so thick that you just see footprints just immediately. But Cyrus, knowing how to track, he can definitely give that a shot.
Difficulty?
And
Difficulty 3.
is that the same for Zeke? Just looking around, seeing if you find anything.
Yeah. If you got a perception skill or whatever it is.
I don't have a perception skill, but I just didn't know if the difficulty would change for him.
No.
Alright, that is a success for tracking.
Hey, same for me.
All right, so you see small footprints. I mean, not like toddler small, but definitely a child. You kind of trace it from. All right, it came in the front door, though y'all trampled over some of those, but came in the front door over here to where the gas can was. You get the impression that he knelt here. Like there's disturbances in the dust, probably his knees. There's a part of a hand. There's a fairly decent handprint. And then the prints head on back deeper into the room, towards this door at the back of the room. Kind of. It's like like I mentioned, the stairs that go up, and then you've got a banister. It's like this big open room, high ceiling open part right here. And he walks back to the stairs. I mean, not the stairs. A door along the back wall that'd been like under. If you walk up the stairs, you'd be walking kind of over this area. I don't know if I'm describing it.
I will point this out to the group and bring it over.
So y'all get over close to that door. And from the other side of the door, you hear somebody moving around. And
Someone.
you're catching the whiff of bread cooking. Biscuits, smells like. In fact, it smells like somebody's making biscuits and gravy. Zeke, your stomach rumbles.
The foodie.
Mm.
No haunted
Am I
food,
wrong?
please.
No, no, you're not wrong. He's the foodie, but he does have a hand on the door, but he's looking at the rest of them to make sure he can open it.
Mace will kind of get up even with him. So, like, wall of people.
Wall of tanks.
Yeah.
Wall of armor.
Yeah.
If
Wall of
no one,
meat.
if no one tells him otherwise in a minute or so, he'll open the door.
Mace kind of nods.
Is
at him.
everybody getting? I'll let everybody know. So, we ready to go in?
As ready as one can be in a haunted house.
All right.
Zeke will open it. Look inside.
All right.
I assume this
Start
is a kitchen.
blasting.
It does, in fact, open up into the kitchen.
Fire and a mist.
Flashbang.
So now you hear the definite sounds of somebody put her in the kitchen. You hear Owens' voice, "Oh, come on in and have a seat. I was just finishing up breakfast."
Do we
Whose
see
voice?
anyone?
A woman's voice.
Okay, a woman's. I thought it said Owen's voice. I'm like, hold up.
No.
Owen should
Do
not
we
be here.
s-
Pardon?
Do we see anyone?
One.
Yeah, you see a older woman. And the kitchen is more brightly lit. It doesn't seem to have that creepy vibe the foyer had.
I don't like any of this.
You know, she's setting stuff down on the table and sitting down herself.
Do longtime residents of Ryan recognize this woman?
Well,
Question, yeah.
let's see. How long ago did I say the entire incident with Mr. Gallows happened? Was it when Mace was little, or was it like was it right after she left, or was it when y'all were all still living there? I cannot recall now.
Well, I would not know it because I'm fairly
No,
new
no.
here.
If it was 17 years ago, she was still in town.
Okay. This lady looks vaguely familiar. Like, you don't have a name to put to her, though.
Mace does not sit down and just kind of eyeballing the lady. I'm sorry, we thought this place was empty.
Oh, no. I've been living here for years.
Well, I'm.
Is weak spot going off?
No.
I'm sorry. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Oh, I'm Yuli. Yuli Gallows. She stands up and goes to shake your hand.
Is there anything
Julie.
magical about this lady?
Do you accept her handshake, Cyrus?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm covering from something. I will give a curt bow.
It's like, oh well, I understand. You know, orange juice is good when you're sick. I think I've got some in the ice box over here.
No, thank you, ma'am. I'm certain. Was the dice roll?
Alexander's going to activate Unbind.
Alright, and what does Unbind do?
Ends a magical effect.
Alright, let's see.
I can do it on objects, and if it's an effect affecting me, I can do it reflexively as a defense.
Alright, what object are you using it on?
Well, right now he's like, I am under the effect of something. I'm using it on myself.
I'm hallucinating, I think.
Pretty much.
I love how the map just says I'm really haunted, like super haunted.
Yeah.
That's because
It's a
somebody.
relic.
Hella haunted.
I'm
That's
really
because
haunted,
somebody
like,
who's
super haunted.
somebody, Carr, whose name I will not bring up.
Now hold on. I only
I
did
helped
half
with
of
that.
that. I only did half of that,
I
sir.
helped with that.
Oh, okay.
When we started talking about the Gallus house being more haunted, I just put really after the thing I've already put on there. You can't blame me for all of it.
Alright, so let's see. There's no
Makes
roll for
sense, I
this, it
wasn't
just
surprised.
automatically undoes whatever.
Yeah. Immediately end one ongoing magical effect within immediate range. Alternatively, you can use it as a defense action to cancel any oncoming ability targeted at you, or you can cancel any device or the effect of any device for 1d6 rounds, but I have to touch the device to cancel it.
Alright, so.
Actually, so this one isn't. So since this isn't an effect immediately coming at me, would this technically unbind everybody else too? Because the wording of that specifically for like if I'm getting specifically targeted by a power, I can activate it reflexively as a defense.
Well,
GM discretion.
your timing
Yeah,
is
that's why I'm
interesting
asking.
here.
Uh-huh.
Because what I'm going to do is say your reflective used as a defense. So you don't have to roll what everybody else is about to have to roll.
Oh dear.
Cool,
Okay,
cool, cool,
fair
cool,
enough.
cool.
Great.
So everybody needs to give me, because the food is smelling so good, and she seems so nice, and she's really insistent that
No.
that you're gonna hurt her
I-
feelings if y'all don't sit down and eat.
No.
Would I be able to see through deception with this, or
Let's see, is that an ability or a skill or a?
It's a skill.
it's a skill?
If the answer is yes, I would like to also roll on that.
Depends on what the roll is, and I'll see what
Yeah,
I
I
got.
think that would be more for social interaction versus resisting a magical effect.
Let's see.
Well, deception can also just be illusion.
I also just got trained in magic just today, so.
Yeah, that's not going to help you right now.
Okay.
What question, Jason? This is before people roll. This is not considered a trap, is it?
No.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
I mean, socially it is a trap, but realistically, no.
So any of y'all trained in the see-through deceptions? I'm gonna give you an asset on this roll.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this
Specialized?
And this will be.
This is just a.
Go ahead.
And what I'm asking is this just a basic defense roll, or what exactly?
This is an intellect defense roll.
Intellect defense roll. Okay.
So if you've got anything that helps you with intellect defense rolls, that would help as well.
I'm double checking, so I think I do.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is a 6.
Question before we get rolling: is it do any damage selectively against the intellect pool?
Let me double check. I don't believe this is doing any actual damage to you.
And what's the difficulty again?
The difficulty is 6. Like I said, if you've got the deception, that's an asset that would help you.
How much asset would it provide if you're specialized in it?
So
Yeah, it'd be 2.
specialized is different from assets. So basically,
Well, no, he's giving us an asset if we are seen through deception.
yeah. Okay,
But
fair
I'm
enough.
specialized. I'm specialized in it. Well.
Okay, yeah,
Cyrus
I'll give you an asset for each level you got in it then.
Oh, good. The boy of hunger. Is...
He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm still angry.
I was like, I'm just imagining. I'm still angry, but Alexander's food tastes better.
It's not even. It's not even the fact he's not angry. He's just like upset that he got
Yeah.
yelled at for asking an innocent question.
And I would like to spend an XP to re-roll that.
You may do so.
I need to redo this because I only want to use a single effort rather than.
I threw an asset on mine just because I would be trained in defense.
There it is.
Damn it.
Oh,
Still failed, but just in case you're wondering.
I kind of should have put effort to that, but I didn't.
all
Mace
right.
is so gonna eat the witch's Hansel and Gretel pie.
Yeah, Jason. The reason I asked if it was a trap was because I have something called fortuitous failure, which is a trap or dangerous bit of machinery malfunctions before it can affect you. So that's why.
Oh yeah, this is
asking if
not
it was a
machinery for sure.
trap. No, I knew it wasn't that. That's why I asked if it was a trap.
Okay, paying the XP
Cool.
paid. So
Mace is the only one that failed. Let's go.
Did you do a reroll?
No, I'm just gonna fail. This is what's happening.
Are you sure?
Everyone else succeeded. What's the worst that can happen?
a lot
Your
of
tank
things.
Your tank goes berserk and starts pummeling all of you for 6 HP.
That's the worst that could happen.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, so
Don't
Mace
worry
hops.
about it.
Mace sits down at the table.
Mace has had a bad day. She's not thinking well. She wants a cookie.
So
This
Alexander,
one has extra frosting.
Mm-hmm.
when this compulsion seems to hit, because you see all your friends like kind of take a half step, like they're like, like the temptation was clearly there,
Nah.
and then most of them are like, wait a second,
Yeah.
where are we? Where we're at? This does not make sense.
Uh-huh.
As that rolls across you, you suddenly see the kitchen in an entirely different light.
Mm-hmm.
A dimmer light. It's dusty. The food is still on the table.
Yeah.
But the biscuits look like dry ash. The gravy is some sort of black bile.
I'm looking forward to this.
Alexander.
The woman now looks ghostly.
Yeah.
And her visage, it shifts from that. It's like it's flickering between that old woman and a not quite as old man.
Give me them biscuits.
He, like, when Mace sits down, he's gonna knock that table setting away from her.
That seems a bit rude.
All right.
Mace, hon, do you really want to eat that food?
The
I
biscuits
think-
look delicious. What are you talking
The
about?
only one that can see this.
Yeah, the rest of y'all don't see what Alexander saw. Everything still looks normal to y'all.
We have skipped breakfast. I've skipped lunch. I've been running around dealing with everything. I'm gonna have a biscuit.
So
Yeah,
how do you handle contested roles between players?
Could do a roll off. Like whoever gets a higher difficulty or just a higher on a d20.
You know what? Mace, Alexander, give me initiative rolls. So
Speed?
if you're speed, and if you're trained in initiative, it factors in.
Okay.
Against what difficulty?
Oh yeah. I guess you would need a difficulty.
Just put it at 0, none.
Let's see, but does that would your skill help you
well,
out against him then?
About to say. So would she be rolling against a difficulty set by me, or would I be rolling against a difficulty set by her?
I mean, I was gonna go with whatever the tier of each person is. Just use that.
I think we're both tier 3.
Yeah.
Then it's a difficulty 3.
You know what, Mace, give me an initiative roll,
Okay.
and I will translate what you roll into the task difficulty that he has to.
I'm just doing it at 0, 0, no asset, and I am untrained in initiative rolls.
All right.
Okay.
So a 14.
That's difficulty 4.
So Alexander needs to be difficulty 4.
Oh boy. Do I want to put effort into this?
That just depends on how bad you think this would be.
Pretty bad, considering where we are.
Did you get any bonus from Beloved?
I don't know. Or,
I mean, he could have probably
There are
asked
other
someone
people.
to assist him.
well, yeah, but they don't see what he
Yeah.
sees. They don't,
Nobody can help Alexander in this instance because
Except
nobody
for
has
the
seen
gods.
what he has seen.
Well, I mean, Lucille was asking her if she was really wanting to eat that food.
She really does.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she
The
absolutely does.
biscuits,
would
the
I get
biscuits look delicious. The gravy is immaculate. It's
I wouldn't
silky.
get an asset, would it?
For what?
From being clear-minded by disabling the magic.
No, that's why you can see this at all. It's why you didn't have to make a roll.
Understood. Okay, understood. Go. Son of a.
Squirrel.
Nom 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 nom.
You know what? I'm gonna spend an XP to re-roll that.
Oakley dokley.
We're having in-party conflict this
Better.
go around.
Okay.
All right.
That's expensive.
Hey, she failed her roll and she's hungry. That's what
So
she's
Mace
gonna do.
grabs that bowl of bile, is pouring it over these ashy-looking biscuits,
Mhm.
and I mean, fork is in the air. She's going for it. You walk up and slap it off the table.
Winters, I will
Mr.
put you.
Gallows, I
Wait.
really don't want you serving this slop to my friends.
She has that look like she still wants to put Alexander through a wall, because to her, just a very delicious biscuit was slapped out of her hands.
Yes, you are. No, you are not compelled to hit your friend, but you are. Yeah, you are
She still
certainly.
wants to.
I'll say he will like hand on Mace's shoulder, and
Unbind.
he's unbinding her.
Oh. Like wiping her hand on her like pant leg.
Well, there's napkins on the table.
She doesn't trust the napkins on the table.
They do look kind of nasty now.
She came in wearing her pants. She knows what's on her pants.
They look like they've been laying on this table for decades. And they like maybe they've been chewed on by mice around the outside edges.
Mhm.
In fact, there's a lot of little
Alright.
mouse pellets on this table now that you're looking at it.
Oh, that's what the sausage things were in the sausage gravy. Okay, all right.
Ah,
No, I
You're
just thought
yeah.
the water.
It's just sprinkles in the gravy. It's the big
Yeah,
pepper.
right,
It's the
it's
big
just
pepper
sauce.
flakes in the gravy.
Yeah, it's the big pepper flakes, the sausage chunks. Come on
I'm
now.
gonna go throw up now. I'll be back.
Well,
This is a horror game,
almost
folks.
9:30, so please try
Yeah.
these on your own time.
Yeah, no, but everybody did just hear Alexander flat out say to the woman, "Mr. Gallows."
You seem familiar, boy. Your power. You're one of those winters, aren't you?
Just doing my job.
Oh, I owe your family. I owe your family.
Oh,
And then the
hell,
lady
man,
sort of
it's
sinks
got a
into the floor.
ghost.
At which point, all of you see this
Well-
place as it really is.
As she starts doing that,
Oh lord.
quick mind.
It's all the points, buddy.
Yeah.
What happened?
Moving
He
or
don't got no
acting
points.
for a minute as if
Yeah, I'm
frozen.
locking it in place for a minute.
Hold her still. We gotta go curb stomp her.
Well, that's the thing. They're completely impervious to harm while locked in place.
We gotta.
It does not lock this form into place.
It does not. Okay.
How much is your edge?
And
Uh,
you feel like
We
it
just
should
burning
have.
intellect points.
You feel like it should have. But it just keeps going.
All right. Interesting.
He's just burning int points at this point. Just poof.
Well, I have 2 int edge right now.
Still.
I mean, yeah, I'm still burning points, but
So does Zeke, but damn.
And when she disappears, and all of everybody sees things as they are, the kitchen door that you didn't even realize had closed behind you opens back up.
Oh, yeah. That's
see.
fun.
Well, and this is why we are not separating as a
that's
group.
not what I meant to do. Hold on.
Man, I was really hungry.
Zeke pulls out a donut.
Better. Okay.
Why did you? Has that been in your pocket the whole time?
All right, cool. I heal 8 intellect back to my pool.
Okay. Now, every time you do
So-
that, though, it gets harder for you to.
Yes, it does. So I did that plus my perfect remedy. So one was just an auto d6, and then the other is the I roll the two
Mhm.
the 2 difficulty for. That's specifically for myself. It's still 2 difficulty for if I'd use it on anybody else. It's if I use it on the same person, then the difficulty ramps up 1 per. Use
Right,
of
right.
The same
If you
person.
keep using it on yourself, it's going to get harder and harder and harder.
But I'm back up to full intellect again.
All right. And now free to leave the kitchen. We will we'll wrap here with y'all in the bowels of the beast.
Woo!
Yay.
Yay. So I hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to getting y'all into this house.
I bet.
Mace voted most likely to eat Hansel and Gretel type snacks.
Jeez.
I need to find out what Zeke's pocket snack is.
That needs to be a cipher.
We had
Zeke's pocket
candy.
bacon.
We had candy for Teak.
Oh yeah. Though mostly, did he carry that around or did he just loot it from places he went?
Both.
Teak looted. Zeke will just have it.
Well, so the thing is, Car, I could, in theory, make bacon variants of witch cakes.
Bacon
they
good
have
dairy.
to. They have to be pocket stable.
I mean, bacon.
Jerky.
Witch jerky.
I mean, yeah,
That sounds like a completely different thing. That sounds kind of bad.
a little
Alright.
bit, yeah.
At least I know that if I see any other ghostly figures, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's got stuff like it cures an addiction to a substance, or it cures an autoimmune disease, or a bacterial infection, or apparently one of them is just it cures cancer.
Give me the
Pardon?
super bacon.
Yeah. No, witch cake.
That cake.
Yeah, I think witch healing in the game is a little more efficient than it is in the actual podcast
Yeah.
because they don't cure terminal illnesses that often.
Well, this is
Yeah.
a cipher, and it's you randomly roll a d20 to determine the effect. So it's you
Ah,
have a 5% chance.
Okay, okay. You don't.
It cures cancer.
That makes it a little bit different, yeah.
Like it goes from everywhere from it cures cancer to it cures a headache.
This is a Tylenol flavored bacon.
So it goes addiction to a substance, agwe, autoimmune disease, bacterial infection.
This is just Advil. Nom nom nom.
It's
basically.
like putting the dog's meds in cheese.
All right. Last segue out of the way, or tangent, I should
Is
say.
it though?
But
Didn't have too many tangents.
anyway, so clearly we had a good time. I hope anybody that comes by and checks us out. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you join us again next week. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening, and with me tonight has been Nick as Lucille,
Bye bye.
Patrick as Cyrus,
Good evening, everyone.
Carr as Ezekiel,
There's a ghost behind. You say.
Eric as Alexander, and Mace. Poor hungry Mace.
Voted
Played by
most
Sarah.
likely to eat something she shouldn't.
And we will see y'all next time.
Bye bye.
Good night, everyone.